Happy Thursday, everybody. Today I want to talk about something that will help relieve a lot of your stress and hopefully help you plan for paying off your debts in the future in a way that is going to make your life a heck of a lot easier. And before I move on, if there's anything you want to tell me about these videos, whether you enjoy them or whether there's things I can improve on, I'd so appreciate if you send me a comment or a message or whatever works for you to help me figure out how I can make these even better. But anyways, on with the video. So there is the Snowball method of repayment and the Avalanche method of repayment for how to pay off your debts without having to pay too much interest, because who wants to pay interest? Nobody! So what you're gonna need for this is to know, well, what your debts are, which you can figure out if you do a budget, which was my video last Thursday. And you should also try and understand what the interest rates are so you can look at that, because both of these schools of thoughts look at either the interest rate or the total amount of debt. So it's just a matter of knowing which one and which one works best for you. Let's go to the board to see what they are. Alrighty, so let's say this is someone's financial debts right now. So there's a credit card which has a balance of $6,000 owed at 24.99%. That's pretty steep. For OSAP, I have it at $30,000 and then at 4.45%, which is what it says on the Ontario government website. It says it's 1% plus the prime rate, which I can explain in another video, but the prime rate right now is 3.45%. And then let's say there's a car loan here as well, which is $4,000 at 6%. So each of these different methods of paying off your debts look at different aspects of these figures here. And they also assume that you will be continuing to pay the minimum payments throughout. So with that said, as you continue to pay off each of these, you're still making the payments for the others. And we're also going to assume here that as you continue to make your minimum payments, you can afford to make a monthly total payment of $1,000, which is pretty steep, but can definitely be done. And you can also figure out what this amount would be through your budget. So this one's the Snowball, because once you pay this off, then what you can do is take those minimum payments and put that also into this one, and then that becomes a bit bigger of an amount. And then once this is paid off, then you can start paying that into this, and then you have this kind of big snowball effect which helps you pay off the debt. It also works if you are the kind of person who needs little bumps of motivation. Well, it's a lot easier for you to feel that kind of motivation if you pay off the smallest amount, because you could get there the quickest, and then that will help you be motivated to continue paying off your larger amounts. So with the Snowball method, from what I calculated, which should be pretty reasonably close, would be it should take you 40 months, and you would end up, over the course of that 40 months, you would end up have paid $3,464 in interest. So for the Avalanche method, it looks more at the interest rates. So rather than paying off the smallest amount, you pay the one with the highest interest rate. And so in this case, the credit card, although it is $6,000 principal, you are paying 24.99%. That's a massive amount of interest on this debt, and that accumulates quick. So what you would do is try to pay this one off quickest to free up that money for the same reasons as the Snowball. So for the Avalanche, if you pay off your credit card first, then your car loan second, and then your OSAP third, I figured that this would take you about 39 months, so 1 month less, and then you would also pay $3,319 in interest, which is about $150 almost from this. So not only would you pay it off a little bit quicker, but you would save a bit of money on the interest paid as well. And the reasoning behind this is because for the Snowball method, while you're paying your car loan off, there's all this interest that's accumulating on your credit card. So because of that almost alone, you save money over time. Now the Avalanche lacks the benefit of giving you the smaller bursts of motivation as quickly, because it will take you a bit longer to pay off this amount than it would for this amount. But the benefit is that it could save you a bit of money and potentially make it a bit quicker for you to accomplish paying off your debt. So this is kind of a new view, but one last thought I would say is that it's worth splitting your time between establishing your nest egg with paying off your debts, because you don't want to be putting all of your money towards your debts, then some unforeseen circumstance arises where you don't have any money that you can use to be able to get through that situation, right? So yeah, so that's my take on this. This is how I would approach it myself and how I've helped others or suggested to others to approach it as well. And furthermore, in my opinion, it makes more sense to pay off your debts first than to start investing. Although I haven't figured out the numbers, I believe your debt would accumulate quicker than what you would be able to accumulate with wealth if you're taking more time to pay off your debt than getting it paid off as soon as possible. Alrighty, so great. I hope that helps you understand different ways you can approach paying off your debt. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to comment below or send me a message, whatever you want. I'm here to help, and hopefully I can get you moving in the right direction. So with that said, I'll see you next Tuesday.